Welcome back. The details. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli attended the Egypt Can with Industry conference, which was held at the new administrative capital earlier. The conference, which hosts 12 sessions in the sixth version of a series of Egypt Can conferences under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. A big number of scientists and Egyptian experts abroad are taking part in the event, along with industry, businesses, leaders, and representatives of international companies. The inaugural session reviewed industrial investments and communities development mechanism, which aims to achieve sustainable development through tying the money market to industrial investment and finding mechanisms to lure investments into the market. Another session is dedicated to green industry in light of preparations for the COP27 conference. The future of industry in Egypt and Africa will be the focus of a session to discuss means of boosting industrial investments between Egypt and African states for the benefit of all. Medical industries, including pharmaceuticals and equipment, will also be tackled in the two ways to provide medicinal raw material through cultivation of medical plants. The conference will discuss the vision of Egyptian experts abroad in the field of transferring modern technology to food industries. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said the government is working on announcing a national contribution plan for the National Council for Climate Change. During a meeting to review the national contributions plan for the council, Madbouli further added that this comes in light of the launch of national strategy for climate change within the state's preparations to host COP27. The Prime Minister said the electronic site of events has been launched. For her part, the Minister of Environment, Yasmin Fouad, reviewed Egypt's Vision 2030, saying that the country had faced many developmental changes that had exacerbated due to the negative impact of climate change and the accompanying pressure on the national budget. The minister stressed the need to deal with economic repercussions resulting from the coronavirus pandemic. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, the head of the 27th UN Climate Change Conference, attended the 6th ministerial meeting of the International Climate Change Conference in the Swedish capital, Stockholm. Shoukry met with Swedish Foreign Minister Ann Linde, during which they probed means to foster bilateral relations in various fields. The top diplomat stressed the significance of bilateral cooperation with Sweden, especially in light of huge developmental leap in Egypt. The meeting also tackled means to broaden Swedish investments in Egypt and Swedish tourism to the country. Within the framework of Egypt's intensified parliamentary diplomacy in regional and international arenas, the Parliament, in cooperation with the International Parliament Union, will organize the 8th edition of the World Parliamentarian Youth Conference in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh on June 15th and 16th. The conference will take place under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, in attendance of the parliamentary speaker Hanifi Gebeli and key regional and international figures from nearly 90 countries. The conference is expected to adopt climate change issue, in which the People's Assembly was keen to include as world cause and discuss within the framework of the Arab parliamentary dimension. Egypt is slated to host the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh from the 7th to the 18th of November, which will review a number of climate change issues. Egyptian and Saudi Arabian navies participated at a joint naval drill, Red Waves 5, that was launched on Tuesday at the Saudi Arabian territorial waters in the Red Sea. The drill, which is also joined by Jordan, Djibouti, Sudan, and Yemen, will last for several days. During the exercises, participating naval forces will implement a host of activities, including planning and managing joint naval combat operations. In a related development, a joint Egyptian-Saudi air drill Faisal 12 was launched at the kingdom with the participation of the Egyptian Air Force and Saudi Royal Air Force. The air drill will last for several days and include defensive and offensive air sorties using latest warplanes from both countries. Head of the National Media Authority, Hussein Zain, congratulated all media personnel on Tuesday on the occasion marking the 88th anniversary of Media Day, wishing them more success and progress. Hussein said Egypt celebrates the anniversary of the day in which it launched here, Cairo, for the first time through the Egyptian radio 1934. With the birth of the Egyptian radio, Zain further added that the national vital role of building people's awareness, besides serving all society issues, kick-started. He said the Egyptian Radio and Television Union has delivered a precious media message which shapes the thought, conscience and future of the nation. According to Zain, the national media continues its vital role to enlighten the public opinion and raise awareness among people amid all challenges facing Egypt recently. Zain announced that the national media is continuing its success by launching the Egyptian satellite Nilesat 301 in the coming few days, with the aim of strengthening Egyptian media potentials. Nabih Berri, who heads the Amal movement, was re-elected as Speaker of Lebanon's parliament on Tuesday, securing just enough votes in the 128